I be with it.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Popped out like flavor, flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The Unholy Alliance has arrived.
They don't know who we be. They don't know who we be. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is Monday evening, as you already know. This daylight savings time is kind of confusing me because I woke up. I swore I thought it was like 10 o'clock at night and looked at my clock. It was like 5:40 something. But like you said, I am your host. I am the sixth man. K Styles is in the building, aka the Reckoner, the Silver Fox, and to my stage, well, to your screen, the right side of your screen, we have Mad Mike Sports, aka the Senator, aka Mad Mike Luciano is in the building, y'all.
What's happening? Sonya.
And this is the Originators Unholy Alliance Monday. As y'all already know, we're going to kick this week off. There are some very interesting things going on this week. Not only do we have the UGA Georgia Tech rival, good old-fashioned hate week.
Oh, yeah.
But we also have a Falcon game this weekend, too. So, hey, this is going to be a very fun weekend. And there go D. Coleman. Yeah. We I got a chance to actually hear that Kendrick Lamar album. That Kendrick Lamar album was pretty fire. But it's some of the people online that's kind of getting on my damn nerves about it. But we'll talk about that later. Mike, man, what's going on with you, man? How you doing this evening?
I'm actually wonderful. I'm actually pretty freaking good.
You said you're wonderful. Hey, man, that's good, man. Hey, like you said, but we all only got one life to live, man. We got to make the best of it as much as we can. Like you said, man, we got a good show for y'all this evening. We got a couple topics we want to speak on. Might be some controversies that come behind this show tonight. But this is what y'all come over here for, is for the bullshit. So let's go ahead and get right into what, Mike? It's the what?
Real
Well, he's feeling good, feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? I just want you to know. My bad. I've been listening to a lot of stuff today, man. I'm actually feeling pretty good my damn self. So
I'm good, man. Can't
complain. That's good. So let me go ahead and get the DJ to crank this thing up for me. Get a little flow going on. All right. So like I said, today's roll call, we're going to kick it off with Deshaun Caswell. We got engine number 9. We got Mr. 58 in the building. What'd you say, Jammers? Bye, Felicia. That's what he described the season for the Falcons so far. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button for Jammers. He got the logistic videos for the week, for all the matchups. Those are history keys. or keys. We got Brian Peoples. Like you said, we got Sonya. We got Southside. D. Coleman, Reggie, 2K, King Trey Way. We got Dre Murphy. We got a Q Lavender. What's going on, man? Let's see. We got a couple more, man. Let's see if we can get a few more people in here. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button on the way in here. We definitely appreciate that, man. That's going to help with the algorithm, not only for Mad Mike Sports, but with the whole family as well. D. Coleman said, just sticks with jammers. All right, let's see. Like I said, there's a D. Coleman over here. He got a Kendrick Lamar reference going on.
There's always one. Especially around here.
Right. All right, DJ, let's go ahead and cut that off. There we go. All right, man. Mike. Man, how are you feeling about this week coming up with a lot of the things that's going on and coming up? How you feeling about this week?
This has been one crazy week. I can tell you that.
I think that's the one thing that I have learned being over here and doing this content on this side of the space is every week is always something crazy going on.
It's almost like a must. It has to happen.
Right.
I mean, something crazy ain't happening. I just come to expect it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, man, because it seemed like D. Coleman said, I learned yesterday that NFL special teams is ass across the league. It ain't just cool. Yeah. Once again, special teams done bit Dan Quinn in the ass again, which was hilarious at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the extra point and then give up a touchdown afterwards. Like what kind of double whammy overkill loss is that?
It's kind of funny. Just everything happened to him. We think it's Falcon fan. They think it only this type of stuff only happened to us. When you look around the league, the exact same things happen to them.
I mean, yeah, that is true. All right, Mike. I said I was gonna do this. Mike, you kind of had a live earlier today. D. Coleman said, return touchdown on an onside kick is unacceptable.
That sounds familiar.
Right. You had a live today, which I thought was very interesting. It was actually kind of a conversation that has been going on here for the last week or so, which is kind of kick it off with OG Mr. White, who's had some words on Mr. Lamar Jackson. And I guess today you was trying to reiterate on why the conversation that we had when it comes to saying Lamar Jackson. And once again, it's a lot of people that kind of got upset about it. So, Mike, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this question. I'm gonna let you start us off with this, man. Why do you think that any discussion about Lamar Jackson that doesn't involve you kissing his ass always ends up in an emotional turmoil afterwards?
Oh man. I'm trying to put myself in their mindset. And I'm having a difficult time trying to do that. I mean, he's very exciting to watch. I mean, if that's all you focus on in the game, and you care about highlights and guy putting up numbers. But, like, I mean, does he really put up numbers outside of running fast? I'm really trying to be subjective. Like the moves that he I mean, I see better highlights from Josh Allen that I see, and I'm being totally honest. When I talk about like highlights, rushing highlights, I see better rushing highlights from Josh Allen than I do Lamar. So it's like, I would have to say it's just that's the connection to said coaches. And it's not just a black thing. Like I see a lot of people that's in Baltimore that follow Baltimore. Like the people are connected. And the thing is too, it's like a lot of people in Baltimore, just all different types of ethnicities. So, but it's mostly black people that follow the Baltimore Ravens. But that's the only thing that I can come up with. It's just your connection to the culture in itself.
Yeah, because it's been a lot of what they call coon talk, sellout talk going on here the last couple of days because of this conversation. And it's very interesting because it always seems like even when you have former football players that played in the NFL that kind of have this same conversation, the coon talk, the sellout talk is always the go-to. But what they do, but the problem is they never address why we're saying this, but it also comes down to the emotional ties behind it. It's the symbolism. And for me, I think it's kind of a shame because when we start talking about these quarterbacks and guys that are put on that quote unquote elite pedestal, i.e. the Lamar Jacksons, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, it's a certain standard there's a certain standard that is put within that title, which is called elite. And this is why I always say when it comes to Lamar Jackson is you can't, well, with certain people, with certain fans, you have to call him elite, but you can't hold him to that elite status.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, I think that's actually worse than you trying to call somebody a sellout for not acknowledging him as the greatest of all time. And this is what the message is behind that. Is if you're going to call somebody elite, you have to hold him to the elite standard you hold every other quarterback in the NFL, not hold him to the standard because you like him.
Mm-hmm.
See, for me, I don't know anything about football, so I don't know. Like I said, y'all can learn from me something or two. Miss Hattie, what's going on? Mom, appreciate you coming in. You scary. So yeah, Mike, like I said, and I was looking at the conversations that was within that live too, and I thought it was a damn shame, to me, honestly, because there's always going to be some questions, and this is why a lot of times I don't really have these conversations about it, because once I start getting into question mode, people start shutting the hell up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People don't want you to talk about it. They want to shut you up. And ironically, somebody just came in here and commented who try to shut you up every time you had this conversation about something very uncomfortable.
Right.
Lord, what's going on?
Terry, what's going on, man? So we got a question here from Rodney Reeves. He says, do y'all think Grady is gone after this season, and do y'all think he takes a pay cut?
I mean, that's for Grady. That's for Grady. This where his future goes from here is all up to Grady. It's not up to Terry. It's not up to the organization. It's all up to him. Because Grady has to understand two things. Yeah, he's Grady Jarrett, and we definitely appreciate everything he's ever done for this organization. But yes, he has had a major injury, which is a torn ACL, which has slowed him down a bit this year. So he has to. This is a conversation that he has to have for himself. Figure out where he is exactly in his career as far as his health is concerned. So I can't answer that. Only Grady Jarrett can answer that.
Well, if I was to give my opinion on it and kind of give a take on it, I could very well see it being his last year here, just for the simple fact that they have already retooled and started prepping for the future with Rook and Brandon Dorless, and like you said, you still having the emergence of Zach Harrison, and you got a lot of these guys on the defensive line who are like very young guys. That's just part of a process where you want to try to find that next generation of players. And like you said, Braylon Trice is another one. Appreciate that, Q. But you all, like you said, you have a young plethora of guys on the D line to where Grady does become expendable. You know, David Onyemata becomes expendable. And then, like you said, you still have enough draft capital to where you may want to add another piece to that defensive line, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's about $17 million too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think they said if they cut or trade Grady, I think they save almost $20 million in cap space. So, like you said, I would love Grady to retire a Falcon. But me personally, I don't know if he's going to last beyond this season. Like I said, anything can happen from here. I think that's the only, Jerome, I think that's the only way that he would stay is if he took a pay cut. But would he really be willing to take a pay cut?
Mm-hmm. And that right there. Like I said, a lot of these players are proud, man. They feel like, oh, I did this. And it's like, yeah, you indeed you did. And you got paid handsomely for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you now?
Right. And like I said, Grady is a guy that could teach these young guys. So that's where his value comes in at. Like I said, I know the defensive line hasn't played up the standards that we hope they did, but that we hope they would have.
Mm-hmm.
But where Grady's value at right now for this team is to show the young guys how to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
D. Coleman said, how would Grady's contract affect us if he hypothetically retired? I think they get all that money back. Mike, how does that work? Because like I said, I'd be kind of confused when it comes to the retire.
It really depends. The player has to agree to either get that money that he's guaranteed over the sum of X amount of years. The money that he's guaranteed. For example, when Drew Brees decided to retire, he didn't give them an option. Like, he didn't say, "All right, pay me X amount of years after I retire." He said, "No, I want my 20 million, my 15 million, 20 million." No, I think it was like 30 million, something like that. But it was a large sum of money. He didn't do that. He didn't agree to pay it after X amount of years, and that goes on to their salary cap. So the player can decide whether or not he wants to get paid kind of the Bobby Bonilla style, or either. But it really just depends on the player.
Okay. Yeah, because I've seen certain situations where it's like if they retire, then they get the money back, and then some other situations, there's like there's like some payout that they gotta do. So I thought I thought that'd be an interesting thing. William Paul here says if the Falcons miss the playoffs, where do y'all see Raheem Morris at the end of the year? Still the coach for the Atlanta Falcons.
Ding, 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 ding. Absolutely.
He ain't going nowhere. You want to know why he ain't going nowhere? Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. Because the thing about it is we've made the media have made such a big deal about Raheem Morris being the coach here for the Falcons. For a public relations standpoint, they can't afford they can't take that publicity hit by getting rid of him after 1 year.
It wouldn't make any sense to fire him when you gave up the opportunity. If there was a situation where they wanted to be, to contend for a championship, they would have hired Bill Belichick, but they chose Raheem because he was a younger guy. So they chose the long haul rather than the short term.
And like you said, it's a lot of publicity things that went into it with it as well. So, like you said, Raheem Morris ain't going nowhere regardless of what they're doing. Now, we talking about after next season, then we have a different discussion. But as of right now, we're going nowhere. Brian, people said, do y'all see Falcons draft a linebacker, not edge in the next year's draft? I think that's my guarantee right there. I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks now. They're going to need an interior linebacker, and they're going to need one. They're going to need one that's going to be reliable in a multitude of ways. Like you said, right now, your interior linebacker space is the weak spot of this team, for the simple fact that you got Dave Landman that can't cover. You got Caden Ellis that can't cover. You got Troy Anderson that can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And
JD
the thing about it is, if you look at where a lot of these offenses are attacking this defense, they're attacking the middle of the field right around the linebackers.
That's why the time of possession is so off. It's because they're attacking the middle of the field where the linebackers are.
Mm-hmm. And no, we're not saying no, and no, we're not saying that if they look for a middle linebacker that they're going to get one in the first round.
Right.
No. But I think they're going to address it one way or another.
I think it's going to be free agency and in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the interior linebackers that's coming out in this year's draft are guys that you may get in the mid rounds anyway. So you won't necessarily have to reach for a guy in the first round. Jerome said, after the game Saquon had, do y'all think Zach Robinson will feature Bijan more or at least learn when he is hot? He's been doing that.
I mean, he is like,
yeah, he's been doing that.
Look, y'all, Saquon he's a damn good back, but he's often injured. Okay? Often injured. Those miles will catch up with a running back that has that much miles and so many injuries. It always catches up with him. They did this year already. And the thing is, has Saquon really been playing that like as well as I think he is? I mean, he's having an average. If you're going to be honest, if you look at some of the great running backs, he's having an average year. But the problem is the game has changed so much where you don't really feature running backs like that anymore. It seems like he's a superstar when he really isn't. He just has a whole bunch of highlights. So it makes him seem like he's playing much better than what he actually is.
I mean, I will say it like this: even if he does have the highlights, the plays, the big plays that he's making is impacting the games right now. And like you said with Saquon, as long as he stays healthy, he is one of the better running backs in this league.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, he's hot right. He's hot right now. They're going to continue to feed the hot hand. So,
I mean, that's hard to have, to be honest. If you look at Philadelphia, like it's like you said, Saquon is having a phenomenal year.
Mm-hmm. Dre Murphy said, "I wish like hell we could have somewhere somehow could have held on the Fourier." Let me tell you something. You know what hurt Fourier? You know one of the reasons why they had to get rid of Fourier? Outside of the Matt Ryan contract, there was 3 contracts that held this team back. Mike, you know what them contracts were? Let me say it. There was 3 contracts that held this team back too. And that was Jamon Brown, James Carpenter, Devontae Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what happens when you cut players after the first year of their contract. Them things play a point when you really need them.
I mean, Saquon really hasn't elevated the Eagles, to be honest. He's having a phenomenal year, but can you really say? That's why I said it's almost like one of those things where, like, what about their passing game?
He has made it to a point where they don't have to rely on Jalen Hurts right now.
You know, and that right there, that's why I said that, like, it's not really elevating the offense. It's the offense is not really benefiting off of what he's doing. Saquon Barkley and that offensive line doing a wonderful job of playing together. But like passing game is not really hasn't been stepping up. Jalen Hurts really hasn't been stepping up so I can't really say that he's the MVP. I think it's one of those situations where like he ain't nobody stopping him right now. You can't really stop him. The offensive line, right? That's a top offensive line. I mean, he's been the same player for the last 5 years with the Giants. So he's been a phenomenal back. My thing is with MVP. The thing is for me, man, we throw MVP around so loosely now. We don't really like take Matt Ryan off of that 2016 game and put like you know what I'm saying? Like put another quarterback on that. Like put any quarterback that's not Tom Brady or like that's the thing. It's like
you talking about Mike Glennon?
yeah, like it's like I mean I think the thing is, man, we like I want to see the elevation of the offense when we talk about MVP, and that's why like now you take Barry Sanders off that Lions team. What is that Lions team? Happy Doodle, right? I think that
yeah,
because I think even if let's say you take Saquon Barkley off that Eagles team, they still can get a quality running back. They may not run for 1,300, but they rush out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But like how much of an MVP is he really?
Well, we already know the MVP title is a quarterback title anyway. So, like I said, ain't no other position winning no damn MVP in this league. And we already know that's how that's going to be. But as far as the question was, with Bijan Robinson, I think Zach Robinson is using Bijan Robinson. They're actually using him correctly right now, and you see a lot of big play potential that comes out of these plays. But like I said before, like I said last week, the issue that comes with some of the big plays the Falcons make in these games is they always get called back by some whack ass penalty or a penalty that's not necessary. And this is what stalls a lot of the offensive drives, because you thinking that you're getting a 20-yard gain and then you got a flag. Now it went from getting a 20-yard gain on second down, on 2nd and 6. Now you get a penalty. Now it's 2nd and 21. And this is what the offensive problem has been the last couple of weeks, is these penalties on these big plays. And go ahead, Mike.
I mean, he has. I mean, if you look at where he is right now, 359 yards receiving, and then you have about Bijan has 359 receiving, and then you have 700. So that's about 1,000 yards. So he's not off. That's why I'm saying, like, is Saquon really that much of an MVP? And I don't judge MVP as far as like numbers. We talking about the impact that he has on the team. Like stats. When you talk about stats, like you look at numbers, yeah, Saquon has some hellified numbers, but it's like a lot of the games that he's been in and he's rushed. He like the offense can barely do anything. He's the only source that's working. And then you look at the passing game; it's been up and down. So, like, how much value It is because the defense with Philadelphia is playing much better since we saw last. They're keeping them in a lot of games.
But like you said, even though like you said with the passing game not really being that good right now, like you said, right now he is the hot hand, and like and he right now showing that he's one of the better players in this league so far this season. And you can't take that away from him because when they need him to make a big play, he's making big plays.
Mm-hmm.
So. And this is where a lot of people are looking for Bijan Robinson. And the thing about it is with Bijan has already taken the next step in his game so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all paid attention to him, but he ain't jump cutting, dipping, dabbing, juking in the backfield as much this year that he did last year.
Nope.
He's learning to hit the hole and accelerate through it. And that right there is what I wanted to see from him this year. So right now, you're really seeing Bijan Robinson getting in his bag right now.
Hold on, let me see Saquon, because if I'm not mistaken, and this is why I'm saying it's like with Saquon, because you look at his touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, he has like 10 touchdowns. And he has exactly that, 10 touchdowns. So he has about 300 yards more rushing than Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
Total yards. So he has 1,300, 10 touchdowns. Bijan has 6 touchdowns. And a lot of them, like, is easy. Like, you can easily say that Bijan could have had at least 10 touchdowns, but quite a few of them been called back, and quite a few yards has been called back.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I'm saying, like, is he really the MVP? I mean, for that team, probably, but, like, the league, I see Bijan is putting up hellified numbers himself, but he doesn't get the recognition right now because, you know, it's like, you know, they're handing that ball to Saquon Barkley every chance, and what Kevin's saying, he's delivering.
Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, y'all. Lamar Jackson gonna win the MVP again this year. No, I'm already expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all might as well kiss that MVP conversation goodbye.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was the right thing for the Giants to release him because he's headed to the wrong side of running back. Like once you get to the 30, that's when running backs and Saquon has always had. Look, Saquon is probably one of the few years he had maybe 3 years where he's been healthy in his career.
That thing so far, this is his first healthy season since his rookie year.
Yeah, so they made the right decision. They made the right decision to let him
They
go.
They didn't think Saquon was going to be healthy enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, it looks bad. It looks bad right now because he's balling out for Philly, and the Giants ended up cutting Daniel Jones anyway. It looks bad, but who knows? If Saquon would have stayed with the Giants, is he going to be healthy for the full 17-game season?
Yeah.
Would he have stayed healthy so far? We don't know.
Mm-hmm. So he's 27. He's 28. He's about to turn real soon 28. So like he's approaching that 30. Like when running backs get 30, that's when teams start to get rid of them.
Scotty here. So Scotty said he hopes Baltimore beat the Chargers tonight.
They were playing tonight.
Yeah, the Chargers and the Ravens play tonight. Oh man,
I
y'all
like
got winning
that
this.
right here from Sam. Jesus Christ.
At least
Sam,
At least a powerful running back that gets 1,200 yards a season.
and this is what I mean. It's like I want to see him do this to like a big time defense. You know what I'm saying? It's like he puts up extraordinary numbers. I'm not taking it away from him. But like have we seen that Saquon Barkley moment when he does this to a top 5 defense? I'm not sure if I've seen it. I'm positive that he's probably done it, but who did they just play?
The Rams.
The Rams. What? No Aaron Donald in that right there? Like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like he puts up some. Do y'all still hear echo? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no, you good now. It echoed for a second.
Okay. I don't know what happened. But those are the things. Like Saquon when he end up like when he plays bad teams, he puts up extraordinary numbers. Like I'll never take that away from him. He puts up numbers on bad teams. But like I said, for me, I want to see the impact on top ranked defenses.
Right. Brad, people said we might see Desmond Ritter on that Monday night game.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Oh,
we're gonna talk about that when that time comes.
Baby. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Get up on that. Yeah, we're gonna get up on that one, all right.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, boy. Anytime Desmond Ritter name come up, boy, that motherfucker play for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, boy. It's gonna be Falcon fans going right over there. I ain't gonna tell you no damn lie. But we'll see. But like I said, when that game comes along, we're gonna talk about that part.
Oh yeah.
But for right now, I'm not gonna think that far ahead.
Nah.
So let's see, 42 minutes in. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the talk that everybody came here to talk about. As we already know, it is good old-fashioned hate week. It's Georgia Tech. There's a lot more implications in this game than people would have thought would have been coming into a game like this year. So as we look at the numbers, the Georgia Bulldogs are a 20-point favorite to win this game.
Oh, 20.
20 points. Right now it's at 20 points right now.
Oh wow.
So, Mike, I want to get your take. How you feeling about this game?
So, King is still dealing with injuries, right?
Yeah. Haynes King ain't been healthy in about 3 games.
Yeah. So, I mean, they played pretty well defensively. I'll definitely give them that. At that time, they have shown that they can make plays. Tech has, obviously, with the restructuring, not only the offensive line but the running back. They've done a great job of keeping themselves into a lot of games. Getting to the run, playing solid defense. Not great defense, but solid. To win and keep themselves in game and win games. Georgia, for the most part, y'all already know how I feel about Mr. Bobo. I wish he would go suck an egg, to be honest. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, Juju. Oh, boy, we're going to talk about that. But
shout out to Juju. Like you said, yeah, if Auburn beats Bama this weekend, that shit's going to be hilarious. They already on damn suicide watch now.
Mm-hmm. My cousins are real quiet right about now from Alabama. My aunts and family, yeah, they real quiet right now. I haven't gotten no harassing messages from them, and yeah, in a couple days. So shout out, shout out to Oklahoma for that. And I really appreciate it. But
Exactly.
like I said, how I feel about Bobo, like I said, I'm gonna start doing a little bit more. I've already got a couple videos up on the dogs, but and Jalen Merrill, he's exactly who I thought he was, by the way. Um, but Bobo, I think Bobo is going to give Tech an opportunity because he's going to run about 15 screens in the first couple of first half. So y'all going to have an opportunity to make some plays. I can guarantee you that. And that Aaron Smith, I'm so tired of him dropping touchdowns and wide open passes like him. Um, Dog has very good tight ends that kind of trying to find their way. We had a couple of them dealt. I forget his name. I always have trouble with it. He got some Boo Bakovic or some whatever the hell his name is. But they respected him to kind of be the athlete that Brock Bowers was. He hasn't quite gotten there yet. He's a top prospect in himself. Um, the offensive line for Georgia really, I think Tech can make some noise by getting after the line for the Bulldogs because they haven't really been that great this year consistently. We got the Robinson boys. They coming from injuries and whatnot, and then ETN. I think he's still dealing with a real issue. So man, this it's gonna be a pretty good game, man. But I think I'm hoping for a game. I'm really hoping for a game that's gonna be close. So as D. Coleman said, like you saw UMass running all on them. So I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be if Tech can run the ball, this game's gonna be really good, and I hope it's gonna be a good one.
Right. And do you agree with Sam when he said that 20 points is way too high?
Oh, absolutely. That's disrespectful to Tech, to be honest. They play some solid ball. Man,
Mhm.
you saw what they did to the university, right?
Yeah. Miami
I'm just saying.
couldn't throw the ball worth shit. But damn sure ran that motherfucker though.
Mm-hmm.
But like Xavier here said Georgia has the better roster, but this isn't the same Tech team of old. Look for this game to be closer than Vegas expect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the key thing that you did say is a lot of the teams that Tech have lost to have came to teams that was able to stop the run game. Because as we already know, Tech's identity, they done went back to the run game, but this ain't the triple option run game that got on everybody's damn nerves.
Oh boy, I hated that. That's why I stopped watching Tech because I did not want to watch that crap.
So like you said, man, that's kind of our bread and butter. Like you said, Haynes King right now, they pretty much predominantly use him to run the football right now. I don't know if that shoulder got any better. Like you said, Jamal Haynes, he's kind of been in and out of the lineup with injuries too, but he's kind of like the big play run guy for our team. Let's see, you got Singleton and Rutherford. Those are big play guys down the field. Like you said, Georgia's going to have to tighten up their run defense for this game. Like you said, the best advantage that Tech has going into this game right now is if Georgia overlooks them. It looks to that SEC title game against Texas. And if like I said, if Tech cannot run the football.
Yeah.
And offensively for the Bulldogs, the Bulldogs' biggest advantage offensively against Tech is those tight ends.
Yeah, agreed. And I think that's why this past game they used the tight ends a little bit more than they pretty much used them all season. Bobo has tried to, but like he wasn't doing enough for my liking. But this past game, he really tried to get the tight ends involved.
Right. Because we don't really have linebackers that do well in coverage our damn selves. So that's going to be an advantage I have offensively. But like you say, it's just going to come down to are they going to take advantage of that, or are they going to try to screen we'll call it SP40, the SP40 offense, screen. They say it's not against Texas. The game will be against the winner of Texas and Texas A&M. Okay. The way they made it sound like Texas was already in it.
I mean, that's what they want. They want a rematch, to be honest.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's gonna be an interesting game in itself too. I said Carson Beck had to improve without making any mistakes. He had to be consistent. Yeah. That, but then that goes back to what Mike says about Mike Bobo. What you say about Mike Bobo with Carson Beck, Mike?
Really, Mike Bobo is a fucking retard. He's fucking stupid. This dude just he does some of the dumbest stuff. He does some of the dumbest things, but a reason why that offense is struggle is because he comes out in that first couple of series and he wants to throw the ball instead of getting your quarterback into a rhythm. It's like Carson Beck is already a streaky player, and the thing with streaky quarterbacks, you got to make sure they get in the rhythm first and then open it up. Well, Bo would like to do the opposite. He wants to come out and throw the ball downfield, like the Falcons have been doing with Zach Robinson. They just want to come out in the first half and just, look, we're going to throw the ball deep. We're going to make a big play. So, and like I said, Carson Beck is already a streaky player as it is anyway. You got to protect him from himself. And the drop pass has been an issue.
Right. Y'all make sure y'all said hey to Anime in the chat too. Oh, man, Mike, where'd you go to? But like you said, the biggest thing this game is going to come down to is who's going to make the least amount of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if Georgia Tech really wants to make a statement for this season, this is the game to do it. Yeah, we beat Florida State week 1. Yeah, we beat Miami a couple weeks ago. But if Tech really wants to make that statement this year, this is the game to do it.
They've been getting a few turnovers too last week.
Right. Yeah. But this game right here, this is where your statement game comes in at. If Tech wants those recruits to come to Georgia Tech, this is the game right here where you make that statement here and there. And the other thing that Georgia has on the line is the playoff hopes is on the line in this game too. So it's a lot more riding on this game than just pride.
Mm-hmm. And I know Tech, they wouldn't like anymore. You talking about a team that is chomping at the bit to be the spoiler? Yeah, they would love to be the spoiler in this game.
Because even last year's game, that game was a lot closer than people gave it credit for. Yeah, you could say it was a multitude of players for Georgia that missed the game last year. But you have to remember, Georgia's second and third team is better than our first team. So like you said, this is a statement game. This is the game Georgia needs to stay within the playoff hunt. And this is Tech's game needed to turn that corner and start getting some of them good players wanting to come here.
That's the equivalent from when Georgia, was it last year or the year before with Michigan, where they needed to come out and make a statement versus, I forget the team, and Georgia just pretty much, that game was a whole lot closer than it needed to be, and they ended up missing it because they didn't blow the team out. I don't know. I forget the team. But this is one of those things where they have to make a statement. And say, all right, we deserve to be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to do that. So, like, if they come out and they struggle against Tech, yeah. Even if they win, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. A lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of people are not going. They're not gonna let them hear the end of it if they struggle with it. I can tell you that much.
So with Sam saying that losing this game would be a fireable offense, you think he's talking about Bobo?
Oh hell yeah! Because Kirby, you know, he's Jesus Christ down there. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I look. I fire his ass regardless, even if he put up good numbers. Look, I'm sick of him.
Oh my God. So got a couple more minutes, y'all, man. Let y'all go ahead, and if y'all want to ask some questions about this game here as well, let y'all go ahead and put them in the chat, and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. Let's see. Southside said that the UGA receiver has been pissing them off all year. Let's see.
Like I said, there's been a lot of issues this year for Georgia, so a lot of it had to do with drop passes and big passes.
Oh, I got a college football question for everybody. I got a good college football question for everybody. It has nothing to do with this game. Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Which one of these two guys do you think would be ahead as far as winning the Heisman this year?
Against who?
Ashton Jeanty, Travis Hunter.
I mean, Jeanty been balling, man. It's hard not to say him. Travis been paying. He's been paying well on both sides. So I gotta go Hunter on this, man.
I don't know, man, because boy, Jeanty had.
Look, I'm not making no mistake.
Yeah.
He's been balling. So that's a hard Travis Hunter. And I'm not talking about an easy one. I'm talking about hard. That's a hard Travis Hunter because Jeanty been balling.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about literally damn near 200 200 yards away from breaking Barry Sanders' all-time season rushing record. Yeah, he been balling his ass out, boy. I like you said, I know Travis, and I know him being a two-way player. I think it might be. I think they may go Genty on this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. It would not shock me.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dion need to be truthful with Travis Hunter and stop this two-way playing shit because that's not gonna happen in the
NFL. Nah, they gonna be investing a lot of money into a player, but they gonna tell you gonna do one or two things. If you want the most money, you gonna play wide receiver. And John St. Clair said running backs tend to be favored in Heisman voting. And the reason why this is a tough conversation too is because usually when it comes to the Heisman, it's always two or three quarterbacks that are like shoe-ins for it. But like you said, the quarterback play in college football this year has not been up to par.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Genty. It would not surprise me that he ended up being that guy. It really wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because I know the two-way player thing. It would give him an advantage. But I think with them putting the hype on him about damn near being right there with Barry Sanders as far as those rushing numbers, I think that's going to play a bigger part than Travis Hunter's two-way ability.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so.
Yeah, Drew. That man career gonna be over with before he started. If he going there talking about he gonna play both sides of the ball.
That's the quickest way. Hell yeah, shit. There's been games with damn Travis Hunter, boy. That motherfucker look exhausted out there.
Yeah,
it's been.
Don't lie to that.
Like you said, the NFL ain't gonna let him. Like you said, you can still play two ways as far as you can have a limited number of snaps on one side of the ball, but you not finna play. They not finna have you playing 135 snaps in the game.
Put him in a few packages on offense and defense. Like I can see that. But yeah, you tripping if you talking playing both sides of the ball. Like, man, stop.
Nah, they not finna have him playing 130 something snaps a game. I'm just saying.
I mean, quarterbacks don't even get that amount of numbers, and they play one side of the ball. Like, bro, what are you thinking?
Exactly. Yeah, I think if I'm Travis Hunter, I'm playing wide receiver full time. That's where the money at. That's where the money at. You play wide receiver.
DB is the quickest way to have your career pretty much done because DBs, yeah, especially in this, it's not a lot of impact on the defense side. So, like, if I'm him, I'm playing receiver.
Jermaine said, I hope one day the committee needs to have top 3 offensive players and 3 defensive players for Heisman race. That's wishful thinking right there, but the thing about it is a lot of these sponsors and a lot of these big corporations, they value offensive players more than they do defensive players. And that's just a money thing.
Yeah, there's definitely money.
But Right. Knowing that he should do the position that he's better at. And like I said, that's up to him. Like I said, we don't know. We don't know what he wants to do. He says he wants to play both sides, but like you said, he coaches any organization ain't gonna let that shit happen. Like I said, not no 120 snaps a game.
Why would I let him do that if I'm giving him $100 million? Think about that for a second. Like, why would I allow him to play both sides of the ball with no rest? That make any sense? Absolutely not.
Southside said, could y'all see Ryan Williams win the Heisman next year? No.
Nah, I can't.
Mm-mm. He gonna be one of the best wide receivers. He's already one. He may be the best wide receiver in college football next year, but as far as Heisman, no.
I mean, you got to be special. I'm talking about putting up 2,000 yards receiving in order to win Heisman in college. That's pretty much a running back and quarterback.
Running backs and quarterbacks. Basically, the folks that touch the ball the most. So we're gonna go ahead and start winding it down, man. We got we got a hell of a week this week. The heavy hitters. We will have a special time tomorrow. Um, we gonna let Mike keep you informed on that as well, since y'all listen to him. Since y'all gonna listen to him anyway.
Really?
Yeah. That's shit. That's giving you props. But we got a special time for the heavy hitters tomorrow. It'll probably be around 9:30. We got a special guest representing the San Diego Chargers. That was the only time he was gonna be available, so we had to get this one. Dre Murphy said, "Who y'all got winning tonight?" I think the Chargers gonna win tonight.
Boy, y'all better hope that the Ravens win, because if they don't,
I think Chargers win tonight.
Boy, y'all better pray to God that he win, because
Only not say that because the Chargers actually play Baltimore very. They've been playing them.
You know why I'm saying that? Look, I think the Chargers are going. I think the Chargers are going to win too. But the way y'all,
Tremaine said,
man, oh yeah.
Tremaine said, "We y'all gonna do the pro wrestling podcast?" Well, actually, we do have the pro wrestling podcast. That's the exclusive world of wrestling. That's where you see Truth. And that's where you got Truth, Main Event, and LT. It'll be.
I'm gonna have more content coming on the Mad Mike Network, so make sure y'all subscribe to the Mad Mike Network. I'm gonna have some videos dropping over here also to get ready for the wrestling season for us for the most part, because obviously we do the Falcons, and then in the off season we do a lot of wrestling. So head over to the Mad Mike Network and I actually subscribe here. Just let us know if you want more wrestling takes from us. We'll actually, I know K Styles will do it. I will do it also. Look, it's on demand. What y'all want, we'll give it to you.
Exactly. I'll give y'all my best gold dust impression just for the hell of it. But yeah, I like I said, I could see the Chargers surprising Baltimore tonight. He said, Brian, people say, hell, I'll jump on that show too.
Shit, hey, don't tempt us. Don't tempt us with a full panel. Hey, we'll do it like that. But yeah, like I said, I can see the Chargers. I can see the Chargers upsetting Baltimore just for the simple fact that the Chargers actually was the team that gave the blueprint on how to stop Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
Yeah.
For those that don't remember, they actually gave the blueprint on how to stop that offense.
And DBs, they put a whole bunch of DBs and had Derwin James. Pretty much, yeah.
Right. Like you said, they got Derrick Henry this year, so like I said, we'll see. We'll see if that makes a big difference. But like you said, man, what's going on, Christy? But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get y'all afternoons back. Like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in for the Lady Birds tomorrow. Got the Loch Ness podcast. I think you're doing that tomorrow too. Y'all make sure y'all show your boy Ty some love. And we got folks.
We hope about to come on too. So that
we get to see a little bit of Zacharias Richardson. So, like I said, man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to be yourselves. Don't worry about what nobody else think about you. You tell them you can kiss my ass, all that stuff. You just be proud of the person that you are and where you have come from. Because at the end of the day, you can only get better from where you at now, or you can stay stagnant and fall by the wayside. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
Well, of course, Drew talking about the damn cat. Yeah. We got lit. Yeah, Drew could have it. That he is a diehard Cavs fan, so we gonna let him have that. We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you gotta get the hell out of here. Why? Because Mad Mike said so.
Yeah. And the sixth man does too.
Oh boy.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Like flavor, flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skim the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.